Hi everyone, this is Paul and you're watching Billy's Educatella. In this today video session, I would like to discuss about Dijkstra algorithm. Before going to the topic, please subscribe my channel and like the video and press the bell icon for my notifications. Now let us discuss the topic of Dijkstra algorithm. What is a Dijkstra algorithm? It is a algorithm for finding the shortest paths between the nodes in a graph where all edges are non-negative. So the edges must be non-negative. When coming to the negative edges, the algorithm for negative edges is the Bell-Manford algorithm. So when coming to non-negative, it is Dijkstra algorithm. When coming to negative, it is a Bell-Manford algorithm. Now let us discuss the Dijkstra algorithm. It usually finds the shortest paths between the nodes in a graph. So if we have a graph like this, it will find the shortest path between one vertices to the remaining vertices. So in the next point, it is explained very clearly. It computes the shortest path from one particular source node to all other remaining nodes of a graph. So this is a source node. Let us consider this is a source node, and it will find the shortest paths from the source node to the remaining nodes. So from this vertices to this vertices, from this vertex to this vertex, from this vertex to this vertex, it will find the shortest paths. In this way, the Dijkstra algorithm works. For example, in a real life, road networks is a best example for Dijkstra algorithm. So in road networks, for example, you want to go to some temple, you want to go to hospital, you want to go to school. So you will find a shortest path to go to a temple, to go to hospital, or to go to school. So it is the best example in the real life. So Dijkstra algorithm finds the shortest path from one node to the remaining nodes. Dijkstra algorithm works for directed as well as undirected graph. What is a directed graph? It shows the direction from which vertex to another vertex. While coming to the undirected graphs, it shows the direction either in any of the direction of a vertex. So it may goes in this direction or it may goes in this direction. Okay. The time complexity of a Dijkstra algorithm is order of v to the power of 2. So the time complexity in Dijkstra algorithm is order of v square. So this is the introduction part of Dijkstra algorithm. Now let us discuss the algorithm. Here I consider an example. Function Dijkstra of graph comma source. So graph shows this and the source shows the source node. Okay. Create vertex at q. So q equals to, what is our vertex at? S comma a comma b comma c comma d comma e. So the q is a vertex set. Distance of the source node is set to 0. So the source node distance s is equals to 0. After setting the source node to 0 for each vertex v in the graph, so the remaining vertices, that is a, b, c, d and e, are the remaining vertices or come under v. Distance of v is set to infinity. That means a comma b comma c comma d comma e vertices distance are set to infinity. Okay. After that, previous of v is undefined. So a previous node is s. So we know that s is the previous node, but the computer doesn't. So let us consider the previous node should be undefined. Add v to q. So every vertices that we are going to consider is again put into q set, while q is not empty. So here the q set is not empty. When the q set is not empty, we will perform the Dijkstra operation. So u is equal to vertex in q with distance, with minimum distance. So coming to the set of q which has the minimum distance is the source node. So s is the minimum distance. So s is equals to u. Remove u from q. So after removing s from the q, we have a, b, c, d and e for each neighbor v of u. So u neighbor, that means s is equals to u S neighbor is A and S neighbor is B, we are going to find the distance of the V. So this is V and this is U. We are going to find the distance of V. So I represented the distance of V as alt. So alt is equals to distance of U. So the distance of U is equals to 0 plus length of UV. What is length of UV? 1. So the distance of A is equals to distance of U, that means 0 plus the length of U comma V. What is the length? 1, that equals to 1. So we find the distance of A from the source node. If alt is less than distance of V, actually what is the distance of V we took? It is infinity. So here I explained. So here the distance of V is actually infinity, but we find the distance of A. So what is the minimum distance among alt comma distance of V? So actually alt value is equals to 1. Here we find it, alt value is equals to 1, while the distance value is equals to infinity. Among these both, which is the minimum? 1. So 1 is took into the distance of V. So distance of V is equals to alt, because alt value is less than distance of V. So the previous of V is equals to U. So the previous node of A is U. So we are returning the distance and the previous to the set which we are going to take as an output to the user. So we are going to return the distance and the previous. So after returning it, again S will find any node is connected to S. So again B is connected to S. So it will find the distance. So what is the distance between S and B? 5. Again 5 is compared with distance of V. Actually distance of V is infinity. So alt is less than distance of V. So distance of V is equals to alt. So guys, in the next slide I will explain it very clearly with an example. With the same example I will explain it very clearly. You could understand it very clearly. So in this way the algorithm works. Now let us discuss the example of Dijkstra algorithm. Here I took the same example which I took in the algorithm. So what is the first step? Initialize all the nodes with distance infinite. Initialization of the starting node with 0. So S is the starting node. I set it to 0, while coming to the remaining nodes, that is A, B, C, D, E, are set to infinite. Okay. Set the starting node as an active node. So S is the active node because we are going to find the distance from S to the remaining nodes. Calculation of the temporary distances of all neighbor nodes of the active node by summing up its distance with the weights of the edges. So here we are going to calculate the distances of the neighbor nodes from the active node by summing up its distances with the weights of the edges. So here we are going to find the distance of these nodes by summing the edge values. Okay. Now let us find the distance of A from S. Okay. Actually we set the distance of A to infinite. Okay. What is the actual distance of A? That is distance of A. A is represented in the form of V, as V is the destination vertex and U is the source vertex. From U to V we are going to find the distance. So here we have the formula alt equals to distance of U plus the length of U comma V. Actually the distance of U is 0 and the length of U comma V is the distance between the two nodes. So actually the distance of V is infinite. So we have to find the minimum distance, that means between the alt and the distance of v. So now let us find the alt value. Alt equals to what is distance of u? 0 plus what is length of u comma v? It is 1, that equals to 1. What is the minimum distance? Minimum of distance of v. What is the distance of v? Infinite. Comma alt. What is the alt distance? 1. Among these two, what is the least distance? 1. So I put the value as 1 from source node to the destination node, that is a. After that we are going to find the distance from S to B. So the minimum of what is the here, now we will take off this v from here and we will put this as the v. Okay, so from S to B, what is the distance? 5. So actually what is the distance of B? It is infinite. Okay, infinite comma what is distance of u? The distance of the source vertex is 0 plus what is distance between S and B is 5. So the minimum of infinite comma 5 is 5. So I put the value as 5 in this box. So remaining vertices, that is from S to C. So here from S to C there is no direct connection. Similarly from S to D there is no direct connection. So from S to E there is also no direct connection. So the remaining values are also infinite. Okay, now let us find the distance from A to the remaining nodes. What is the so here we are going to take A so here these values are u values. Okay, this table this column shows the u values. Now we are taking A as u. Okay, from A to S there is no any direction, so the same distance is copied. So from A to S there is no distance, so 0 is copied. From A to A the same distance, because from source to A it is 1, so we are storing the A value as 1, so we are going to copy the same value here. Next, coming to A to B, what is the distance from A to B? Now let us calculate it. From A to B, what is the distance? So A is the source node and V is the destination node. So distance of U is what? Distance of A is 1. Okay, now we are going to find the distance of the destination node, that means B. Alt equals to what is the distance of U? The distance of U is 1 plus the length of UV, that is A to B, the distance is 2, that equals to 3. After that we are going to compare the distance of B comma alt. So minimum of distance of V, that means B node distance is actually 5 comma what is alt distance? 3, that equals to 3. Among these both we have the minimum value as 3, so I copied it as 3. After that A to C, from A to C what is the distance? 2, so the alt value is equals to 1 plus 2. 1 represents distance of A and 2 represents the distance from A to C, that equals to 3. After that we are going to find the minimum between the distance of C, because this is the destination node. So distance of V comma alt. So minimum of distance of V, actually its value is infinity, and the value of this A to C is 3. So among these both the minimum is 3. So here I copied it as 3. After that A to D, what is the minimum distance? Is 1. What is the cost of A? Its value is 1, and the distance from A to D is 1, so the total cost becomes 2. So here I copied it as 2. From A to E there is no direction, so it is value becomes as infinite. Similarly, from B to S, here I am taking B as the source node U and remaining nodes are destination nodes. So from B to the remaining nodes, so B to S there is no direction, so 0. So B to A there is no direction, so B value so it value is 1. So again B to B, the same value is copied here because there is no direction, and from B to C there is no direction, so same value is copied here. Again from B to D, yes, there is a direction and its value is 2. So we are going to find the distance. So distance of U is, what is the distance of U? It is 3. So distance of U is equals to 3. Now we are going to find the alt value. Alt is equals to, what is distance of U? 3 plus distance of distance between B and D, that is 2, that equals to 5. We are going to find the minimum value of alt and the distance of V. Actually the distance of D is 2 and the distance of alt is 5. So among these both, the distance is 2 is the minimum. Okay, so I copied 2 as the minimum value because while here from S to S to A to B, B to D, it is becoming a longer distance while compared to S to A and A to D. So I consider S to A and A to D. Similarly, we are going to find the remaining values. So here from C to D, so C to D means, so actually the C value is equals to 3, so 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. So we are actually the D value is 2. Among these two, which is the minimum? 2 is the minimum, so 2 is copied here. So from C to E we are going to find the new vertex. From C to E, what is the cost of C? C cost is 3, and E from C to E, what is the cost? Its value is 1. So 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. So 4 is copied here. From from D to the remaining nodes, there are no directions from D to remaining nodes, so the same distances are copied from here to here. While coming to D to E, yes, we have the distance. So what is the cost of D? Its value is 2. So 2 plus distance from D to E is 2. So the total distance becomes 4. So we can come from the source node to E in two ways, that is from S to A to B, A to D and D to E, or S to A to C and C to E. So we find the shortest paths from the source to the destination vertex. I think so you understood it. Setting of a node with the minimal temporary distance as active, mark its distance as the permanent. So after we are getting this, we are setting it as the permanent. So here we set it 5 as a permanent one. So here we set 3 as a permanent one. So here we set 2 as a permanent one. So here we set 4 as a permanent one. Repeating of the steps 3 to 5 until there are no nodes left with a permanent distance which neighbors still have temporary distances. So we have to repeat 3 to 5 steps until there are no nodes. I think so you understood it. So here in this graph we find the shortest distances. Now let us draw the graph. So here this is the source node and this is the A node, this is B node, and this is C node, and this is D node, and this is E node. What is the distances from S to A? It is 1. From A to C, it is 2. I am drawing only the minimum distances. Okay, so here from source to A, the minimum is 1. From source to B, the minimum is 3. That means S to A and A to B. Next, coming to source to C is 3. So here 3. So S to A and A to C. Next, coming to D, that means from here to here. Okay, this is from S to A and A to D. After that, from S to A to C, C to E. So this is the minimum, or this can be considered because the both values are same. I think so you understood it. So I find the shortest paths from the source to the destination by using this formula and the comparison between the distance of V and the alt. I think so you understood it. If you have any doubts, comment below and like the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.